Hello, I'm Sade, and I really wanted to make this video because I've had a few people ask me how am I doing and want an update on how everything has been since I tapered off of methadone and I took my last dose. I believe it was March 22nd. So I want to make a video, and I just want to get straight to the point because I know when I was going through that time and I was searching people's videos, I just wanted them to get straight to the point and just tell me, how do you feel? What to expect and what's going on. So I'm gonna share my journey on how I got to this point. So so I was on heroin for a few years. This past time, because I struggled with it for a year back in 2012, and I was on heroin from 2012 to 2013 when I got on methadone back then, and I was up to 90 milligrams back then, and then I had tapered down, and at that point I was going down, I want to say, like, I went from 90 to 40 and I felt fine. And then from there, I think I don't remember too much back then. I think I was maybe going like 10 milligrams. I don't know if it was a week. I'm not sure, but I got down to 10 milligrams at that time. When I got down to 10 milligrams, I felt fine. Like I said, the highest I was on was 90 at that time. And I got down to 10 and I felt fine, but I ended up meeting someone, a neighbor of mine. And at that point, they started giving me Percocets while I was tapering down on 10 milligrams. They started giving me Percocets. And then I started doing heroin again, and I ended up getting kicked off methadone at 10 milligrams. And I remember how devastating that was to me. So I was back on heroin I started using again in 2016, and I was on it from 2016 to 2018. So for those few years, it was horrible. The life I lived would shock a lot of people who personally know me. At first, a lot of people didn't know, but then it got to the point where I couldn't hide it. I was doing heroin and Xanax, and man, just looking back on those moments, wow, I just to be here is amazing to me. Like, I'm so proud of myself when it comes to that. So I ended up going to get back on methadone in 2018. I was on it till what year is this? 2021. So when I went and got back on it, I knew I didn't want to shoot up to 90 like I did the last time. I was comfortable on 40 milligrams, to be honest. And I never went higher. The second time, I just stayed at 40 milligrams. After being on it for about a year and a half, and there was a reason why I did, I was eager to get off, but I was on it for about a year and a half, and I was just like, I'm done with this. I'm over it. I was actually hiding it from my boyfriend, that I was even on it. We lived together and everything, so you can imagine me going to the clinic every day, and that's a whole nother story. But that's what made me, I was so tired of hiding it, and I couldn't keep coming up with things of why I needed to go every day. So I started tapering down, and I felt like I was ready because I had a good support system with a lot of the groups and counseling and a lot of things that I was in, and I felt like at that time I was mentally ready. So 40 milligrams, I took it very slow. I did 1 milligram a week, 1 milligram a week. About time I got down to about 30 milligrams, I found out I was pregnant. And that was devastating to me because I was just like, oh my God, I did not want to have a baby born that was addicted to methadone after birth. And I didn't want my baby to experience having withdrawals and having to be in an ICU. I didn't want him to have have morphine to calm him down and have to withdraw off of morphine and all of that. So that just made me go harder with the taper. So I continued on 1 milligram a week. Now I can honestly say, I think when I got down to like maybe 20, 19, 18, and those numbers, sometimes I used to kind of toss and turn at night. I used to feel like I was in withdrawal, but in reality, it could have just been me being pregnant and uncomfortable. So it's hard to say, but it wasn't nothing that I couldn't experience, because at night I would feel like, oh, am I in withdrawal? But by the next morning, I would feel fine most of the time. And if I wasn't, I was at the methadone clinic at like 5:45, 6 o'clock in the morning sometimes. So I continued on 1 milligram a week, and I got to the point where I stopped at 3 milligrams, and because I was about to give birth and stuff like that, and I ended up stopping at 3 milligrams. I delivered at 3 milligrams, and I had him, and he didn't experience no withdrawal symptoms. They supposed to keep you in a hospital for 7 days so they can monitor the baby and score the baby and stuff like that. He was doing so well, they let us go home a day early, and he never had to go to the NICU or have to have anything for withdrawal. He did amazing, and I felt really proud of myself for tapering down the way I did. So after I delivered him, like I said, I was on 3 milligrams, and then I was kind of nervous and scared, so I stopped doing it once a week. I ended up doing 1 milligram a month. So from 3 milligrams, I stayed at 3, and then I would go down a milligram each month. And I felt fine. Like, it's so crazy. I felt good. Like, I was sleeping at night and everything. It wasn't a problem. So I was really nervous by the time I got down to 1 milligram. I stayed on that 1 milligram for a month, and I thought I probably would have stayed on there for a few more months because I didn't feel like I was ready. I was really nervous of what I was going to experience. So when I took that last dose, do you guys know, I never experienced anything. And when I say I didn't experience anything, the most I maybe experienced, I think sometimes my head felt a little cloudy, but no restless leg syndrome, no being sick, no fevers, no diarrhea, nothing. I was sleeping peacefully. My energy was fine. I was so scared about day 7 and stuff because of what I was watching and what I was hearing. But in reality, after day 7, after that, everything was a breeze. I did not experience anything. So I have seen a lot of things where people, they jump off at 20 or jump off at 5, and I just wouldn't recommend it. I think the best way to go is to go extra slow. And I know that being in a situation, you know, we're so excited to just get off and put it behind us and get our lives back and not have to be dependent upon anything. But I personally, from my experience, I would just recommend that you know, you just pace yourself and go very slow. It's okay to go down, you know, weekly, but I think at the end to maybe drop a milligram a month is better. I used to go, when I got down to like 3 milligrams and they used to drug test me and stuff, the methadone didn't even show up in my system. they wouldn't even see it. That's how little it wasn't even showing up. So that's how little of a dose I was on, but I was still nervous to get off. But like I said, this journey has been it's been crazy. It's been up and down. Getting off was really important to me because, you know, I just had a baby and stuff like that, and leaving him every morning and, you know, on the weekends and stuff like that, I was just ready to put it all behind me. So to be here where I am today, it's just, it will always be a part of me. And I look back on those moments during my active use, and that gives me enough hope and courage to keep moving forward. And to be honest with you, in life right now, where I'm at right now in life, I am so overwhelmed and stressed out. You know, I just feel like I'm being hit in so many different ways. And to be honest with you, for the first time since I've been off, I've been having cravings of, you know, oh, I would love to take a Percocet, you know, and just kind of relax. I just want to relax my mind. I just kind of want to get away from my reality. And so the cravings are there. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm so used to, and then when I was getting off also, I was smoking weed, and I have not been smoking weed. I am 2 weeks clean from smoking weed. So I don't have anything numbing my emotions. I'm sorry, that's my 9-month-old baby, and the door is closed. I'm in my son's room, my older son's room, and so he knows I'm in here. I think he can hear me. But here lately, life has been hard and the cravings are strong. But when I look back on the life I lived, and if I did start taking Percocets or something, what that can lead to, that's enough for me to not go down that road. So I think we just all have to get used to feeling these emotions and going through life issues and changes, and realizing we're gonna be okay. I'm so used to numbing myself with something, and now to not have anything, it's different. I'm trying not to cry. It's different. So I wish everybody well, and I will continue to make videos, because I want to make a video on me coming off while pregnant, because that was huge for me. I had a lot of doctors drop me. They didn't want to deal with me. They did not want to, they were writing in the notes and stuff that we did not authorize this. They kept begging me, go up, go up, go up. It's for the baby. It's for the baby. The baby will be fine. We'll take care of the baby when he's born. You need to go up. And I held my ground. I stuck to my gun, and I literally went against everything all of those doctors said. And I never went up like they begged me to. Some doctors didn't even want to deal with me. And I'm happy I did what I did, because I had a healthy baby boy who got to come home with me, and I didn't have to leave him in a hospital, in the ICU. And you know, I'm not saying that, you know, pregnant moms need to jump off and get off, because some people aren't ready, you know. So if that's the case, then, you know, definitely take your doctor's advice. I went against it because I'm very headstrong and very bullheaded. I'm a Taurus, and I'm happy I did it that way. But my way may not work for everyone. But the few people that I've commented on your I've replied to your comments and stuff. I just want to say I'm so proud of you guys, and we have come so far. And even if you have to stay on longer than what you want, it's not the worst thing, you know. Everyone's Everyone is different. Everybody's reactions is different. Everyone's use when they were in active use was different. So our bodies are different. And I want to say one more thing. There was a lot of videos I was watching and people were saying something about kratom or something like that because it helped with withdrawal. I wouldn't recommend going to get something else to because you're gonna have to continue to get that. So I think we've all come a long way to where, you know, we go extra slow. We can deal with the kind of uncomfortableness that comes along with getting off. But like I said, I did it so slow. I felt great, and I still feel great, and I'm clean. And my sobriety date from heroin is September 28th of 2018. So I'll be celebrating 3 years this September, which is major to me because, like I said, the life I was living, I would have never seen me here in this position. I would have never even thought I would have a baby and just be living the life that I'm living. So I wish all of you guys well, and I hope everything works out. And I will continue making videos and stuff because there's a couple other topics I want to touch on, but I'll keep you guys updated, and I wish you guys nothing but the best. Bye.